Retribution is a very, very heavy album. You guys have always been heavy, but this one is, I feel like, a little extra brutal. What inspired the album? What's it all about? Tell me. Tell me.
It'd been 2 years since we'd made a record, and Threads of Life was definitely pushed the kind of arena rock sound that of our influences. You know, we pushed it kind of as far as it could go. So we just wanted to write a good thrash record, you know, and the first few songs were really fast and brutal, and that sort of just set the tone. Like, we wrote War and Public Execution first, and they were, you know, kind of were like, we can't suddenly have a ballad after those two songs. So I have a feeling the next record's going to be a real technical thrash record with, like, just not no melody, but definitely focusing more on the intensity than on the melodic side of things. So, but we say that now, but who knows? We might start writing and write a polka record. So
you haven't started writing a new album yet?
No, we always have ideas floating, but not like right now. We're just in tour mode. Matt and John are always tinkering with stuff though, with riffs here and there. So we'll see what happens.
You guys have toured with a few of the bands on Mayhem quite recently. Five Finger Death Punch, Lamb of God, Randy's even on the album. How did that come about?
Well, we were recording the vocals down in Virginia with this guy Michael Bisquette, and it was probably about half hour from Richmond, where those dudes are from. So I called up Randy. I'm like, "Yo, we're in your hood." He's like, "I'm in Indonesia." We're like, "Oh,
sorry, Rockstar."
Yeah, but he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be home Tuesday. I'm gonna sleep Wednesday, and I'll be at the studio Thursday to cook you guys dinner." So he came out. I don't know if anyone knows this. Randy's quite the chef. So he came and made dinner, and we were recording King of Nothing that day. And I was just like, "There's no way you're gonna be here and not get on the record." We've never had a guest spot, and Randy's as close to like metal family as we have. We've been playing with them since they were Burn the Priest. So if we were gonna have anyone on our record, it was gonna be someone like that, you know, someone from the family. So yeah, what more perfect line for Randy to sing than "Quit Your Fucking Crying." So it's kind of perfect.
It's pretty amazing. Now, your guys' set on, you've been tearing it up, let me just say, every day on Mayhem. I don't know how you do it with your dreads. They're pretty intense, but you guys rock it. And your set is really early in the day. What do you do with the rest of your 23 and a half hours?
Yeah, pretty much go do a couple signings and then just, you know, start drinking beers and kicking it. You know, that's what's great. We're done by like 6 o'clock with everything. You know, like all the signings are done, all the press is done, and you're just like, we have like 8 hours to kill till bus call. So usually involves about a 30-pack to the head, you know.
Yikes. What are some of your favorite activities to do on a festival like tour with a bunch of other bands that you're friends with?
You know, just kicking it with the boys, you know. Like last night was a great party thrown by God Forbid, who somehow aren't on the tour but still threw a party, which is amazing. So, which is the first time God Forbid has ever brought things to a party. Normally,
because they're always stealing things from the party.
Normally they're just God Forbidden your rider. That's become an industry term to be. You got God Forbid it, you know. So it was amazing. They rolled in with like 140s, a bunch of food. I was like, man. But yeah, that's usually just waiting to see where the party ends up and kicking it, you know. It's been pretty brutally hot though, so a lot of time in the AC is also a good time these days.
If all of a sudden this all ended, what do you see yourself doing? What other career could you have?
I'm gonna focus on my professional golf career as soon as we're off the road.
So many metalheads are into that.
Yeah, I got hooked a few years ago. When I'm at home, we were at home for a few weeks between the last Five Finger run and this, and I was on the golf course probably 4 or 5 days out of the week every day. So yeah.
What's next for Shadows Fall after Mayhem?
A little rest. We're going to take a little time off. We are trying to figure out, we got an offer for a great festival in China, but we're trying to at least route in some other stuff around it. We've never been to China, so we definitely want to try and go. And then after that, we may do an end of the year tour, but we may be toast. We've been out straight since September with a few weeks off, so we might need a little break.
Retribution is a phenomenal album. Thanks for keeping it metal, and I fucking love you guys.
Awesome. Always a pleasure, Don.
Thanks.